Hey YouTube, as you guys can see by the title, I am going to be making a full Sunday dinner in under 10 minutes. Don't forget to wash your hands when y'all in the kitchen too. Ooh, the water was steaming hot. But I don't even know what to say, I don't know what to do, but let's just get into the video. First things first, you're going to remove the fat from off the pork in the back on both. I am making 2 racks of ribs. You can make 1, but I went with 2 today. And you're gonna season the hell out these ribs, and as you guys can see, I didn't use no salt. So the first thing I use is complete seasoning. I'm gonna add some oil. I should have did this first, but I forgot, and I used grapeseed oil. Next I went in with some garlic powder, some onion powder. It's gonna show. Next, I went in with my Goya, my all-purpose seasoning. Now, you guys can use your favorite all-purpose seasoning. And I had some black pepper, but I didn't have ground black pepper, so I didn't use much. And then, of course, I used smoked paprika. I went in with a pinch of ginger. I didn't use that much. Ginger tastes really good on ribs, but don't overdo it. Please don't. Next, I went in with my ground mustard, and I didn't use too much either. But I also went in with some yellow mustard. Next, I used honey barbecue seasoning. This is the brand I had on hand. Now, if y'all have your own barbecue seasoning, go ahead and use that, or you can add barbecue sauce on top. Lastly, I'm gonna wrap these in foil and leave them in 350-degree oven for about 2 hours. And don't forget to season the back of the ribs. I didn't add so much seasonings as I did in the front, but don't forget to do that step. Now, I split these in half because I didn't have large pans, but you could go ahead and skip this step if you do have. Let's move on to our mashed potatoes while the ribs in the oven. We're going to clean our potatoes so the water is clear. Now, when making mashed potatoes, you want to start off with cold water because you want your potatoes to cook evenly. I set this on the stove top and put it on medium-high heat. You're going to add your chicken bouillon powder, a capful, and then you're going to add about a teaspoon of salt. And you want to leave this on the stove top for about 10 minutes or until the potatoes are fork tender. While the potatoes are boiling, we're going to go ahead and work on our homemade barbecue sauce. We have 2 cups of ketchup, and then we're going to go ahead and add a half cup of water and a half cup of apple cider vinegar. We're going to go ahead and add 1/4 cup of brown sugar. You're going to add 1 tablespoon of W sauce, and I am going to drop the ingredients in the description box. We're going to add 1 tablespoon of paprika, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, a teaspoon of ground mustard, a tablespoon of garlic powder, and a tablespoon of onion powder. I'm going to add a tablespoon of molasses and a tablespoon of honey. I went and added 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. Now you can taste that and see how sweet you want it. If not, add the 2 tablespoons of sugar. You're going to whisk that up and leave it on low simmer for about 10 minutes. Now back to the potatoes. You're going to drain your potatoes. You're going to pop them back on the stove top and cook off the excess water that's in the potatoes. I normally use a potato masher, but I couldn't find it, so I'm glad I went with this because it's my first time using a food processor, and the potatoes were awesome. Anyway, you're going to go ahead and add 1 stick of butter or half a cup of melted butter. You're going to stir that in, and always add the butter first. I recommend you add the salt as you go. So add salt, taste, add salt, taste. Don't add the salt all at once. I went ahead and add 2 tablespoons of sour cream. You can add 3, but once again, add to your liking. Instead of going in with cold milk, I went ahead and boiled my milk on the stove top. Now in that saucepan, it's half and half whole milk and buttermilk. And to be honest, y'all, I did not measure the milk whatsoever, but it's more half and half than whole milk and less buttermilk than whole milk. And once again, just add the milk to your liking depending on how thick or thin you want your potatoes to be. See, now these are my mashed potatoes. I can't tell y'all how much salt to add in y'all mashed potatoes because I don't know how y'all like it. But y'all can add more seasonings besides salt, but no, we gonna keep it cute and simple. Back to the ribs. After 2 hours, you're gonna take the foil out, drain the excess water. If not, you can keep it in there, but I promise you these are gonna be tender if you kept them in the oven for 2 hours. You're gonna pop them back in and leave it in until it's golden brown. I'm over the voiceovers. Oh my god. Anyway, you're gonna use 2 4-ounce semi-sweet chocolate and add a stick of butter to that and let that melt down. You're gonna add 3 eggs and 1/4 teaspoon of salt in a separate bowl, and you're gonna whisk that up. Next, you're gonna add 1/4 cup of sugar and whisk that up till the eggs are lightly pale. That's how lightly your eggs should look, and to that you're gonna sift 2 tablespoons of flour. And lastly, you're gonna add that egg mixture to your chocolate and gently fold it in until it's well incorporated. And yeah, oh my god, I almost forgot to add a teaspoon of vanilla. And don't forget to clean as y'all go. Sometimes I can keep up, sometimes I can't. Just so happened I couldn't keep up, so I got it done when I had the chance. And last but not least, we got our fresh green beans. I should have showed y'all the brand I use, because the Walmart brand, I really don't like how they taste. But these are sweet. Anyway, you're going to snap them up, rinse them off. You're going to add your oil. You're going to season with garlic powder, onion powder, complete seasoning, and your favorite all-purpose seasoning. You're going to saute these for about 2 to 3 minutes. You're going to add about 3 tablespoons of water. Pop the lid on and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. And there you have it. Dinner is finally done.